Hi, everybody.
Hi.
Hey, what is going on? If you can't tell, we have just like a crazy amount of games, like just kind of everywhere tonight. So, what we decided to do, instead of just playing a game, we're going to actually talk about all the games that we've
They're
been
all
playing.
upside down too.
They are. There. Looks a lot better, doesn't it? There. That's just going to mess. Somebody who's really OCD is going to be really, like,
It's already irritating
bothered.
me.
I know. I'm just going to do this like this and have that one like that. So we're going to talk about games. So tonight, the whole idea behind the live stream tonight is we are going to be talking about all these different games that we've had the chance to play. Some of them I've been able to play. Beth has been able to play some of them as well. We're just going to take some time, talk about that, and yeah.
Get ready to have a whole nother month of new games.
Yep, and next we're planning out for this next week. We're going to have a couple games that we're going to be doing. So for Monday and Friday, we've got a couple games that we've got lined up, and then we're getting May scheduled, and then June is going to be a very interesting month. So we'll find out how that goes because we have different things. Like I've got Origins, we've got an assembly. We're going to be in Indianapolis before Gen Con for a different thing, so it's going to get a little wild. But yeah, so we're also going to go ahead and we're going to open these bad boys tonight. These are special little mystery packs from Misfit Dice, and one of them's got like mini dice, one of them's got metal dice.
So we'll figure out what they are.
Yep. So we're gonna find out what all these are.
All right. What's your first game?
So first game we're gonna talk about. Let's go ahead and talk about. Let's talk about this one. So.
Okay.
Yep. So this is Sorcerer's Arena. This is from the Op. This is a 2 to 4 player game. Really, it should be 2 and 4. I think is what they say for it. Probably. I don't remember. But yeah, this is one that was made by Fletch. What is up, Mr. ADHD Games? Oh my goodness, Matt. Yeah, so there we go. I'm talking about something from some game, some publisher called The Op. I don't know if you've ever heard of them. Some random people. So yeah. So Fletch worked on this game, and I had the chance to actually be able to check these out before they were officially announced, before Sorcerer Arena was announced. I am beyond excited that one of the characters that I've been wanting to see has finally been announced, which was Robin Hood.
Oh.
Yeah, Robin Hood's been announced. I didn't even tell Beth about that. So yeah, he's at the Road to Gen Con tournament for it right now. Yeah, there is a Road to Gen Con tournament currently going where people are trying to get to Gen Con playing this game. So what I have here is I have the Thrills and Chills expansion. I played this with Daniel and the Leading the Charge. And what's interesting is Daniel played all the characters that were... I think he played all of the Thrills and Chills characters. I played the Leading the Charge characters. Now, the Thrills and Chills, I like it. It's got a little bit more of cursing and messing around with people. Cursing as in, like, putting curses on people. I don't picture Disney going to the road of cursing. And then we've got this one, which I like this one a lot because of Buzz Lightyear and his line of sight, like being able to shoot. And that's something that I kind of really enjoyed. So for me, I was already a fan of these games. What was your thought when you first played Sorcerer's Arena?
Well, I didn't play these ones.
No, you didn't play these ones, but you've played the base system with me though.
Yeah, I love Sorcerer's Arena. I love playing it. It could be with kids or it could be with just adults, and it's equally enjoyable.
Yeah, I agree. One of the things that I realize sometimes is we played parents versus kids for one of our games that we did a live stream from a while back, and we beat the kids, and they were not happy. So,
well, of course not.
But no, I do like the fact that they have these little expansions that are coming out. They've got like 3 characters each. It's actually worth what people are talking about. I think it does change up a lot of some of the mechanics to the games. I know that when they had the one with Moana, that water mechanic that was there where you're laying down water tiles, that changed up a lot as well. Yeah. So that is Sorcerer's Arena. Epic Alliances, Thrills and Chills, Leading the Charge. I recommend both. If you're going to have to make a choice, though, between the two, I am more likely to point you in the direction of the leading the charge, mainly because of Scar's abilities and Buzz Lightyear's abilities. Elsa's okay. It's magic. Sorry. And yes, I did sing Let It Go.
Of course you did.
Yeah.
How could
So-
you not?
So we're going to put those
Alright.
over on this shelf. We're going to put them back. We go on to the next one.
What's next?
So next one is one that I played with Justin.
Another one.
That's this one right here. It's called Everybody Lies. This is based on the detective series from Portal Games. So with this one, you are going through and you're either working as Renee Montoya, you're working as Catwoman, you're working as Harvey Bullock, or you're working as Vicky Vale. So it's an interesting cast of characters that you're getting to play as. And depending on who you are, there's certain information that you will find out specifically based on your character. It does use an app, but the app is not so heavy. But it does have little things like case files where you can go back to and read through them. And based on how quickly you think you've solved it, we'll decide what your score is. Now
this says 2 to 3 hours. How long did it take you guys?
I'd say 2 hours for our first scenario. It's more than one scenario in this thing, but I really think that when it comes to something like this, the biggest part of this game that takes the longest is learning how to set it up and how to initially play. So I would say that 2 hours really fits with that first game, but I think that 2 to 3 hour mark sounds about right. So
Okay.
yeah.
What's next?
All right, next up. This is one that Beth and I have played. This one's called Codex
Ooh, I love this.
Naturalis. So there were 2 games that came out from this same company, Bombix. And Bombix came out with them, and I liked one of them. The other one I did not like. The one that also came out was called Nicodemus, and both of them had the condition where once somebody hit 20 points, that triggered the end of the game. This I like a lot, mainly for the symbology of the cards, the look and the feel of it. It's just very simplistic enough.
And it feels like you're doing a nature walk.
Yeah.
You're laying all these out.
I didn't
Yeah.
really think about a
Right.
nature
Well,
walk at all.
I love nature,
I
so,
thought
you
of
know.
just wanting to basically beat you in a game.
Yeah.
So
Well, I liked that aspect of it.
yeah.
So,
That's Codex Naturalis. I don't know the price point on this one. I would say though, if you're going to be looking at a game that you're looking for something quick that can play in about maybe 15-20 minutes time, I think they put 25 minutes on it. Really, you can play this in 15 easy.
So I remember going into that game. I was really tired that night. I was really afraid I wasn't going to be able to pick up on it, and I picked up on it real fast and loved it. So it was.
Yeah.
It didn't take too long. It was easy to understand. It says 25 minutes. But
Yeah, 25 minutes.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah, I like it a lot. Flat River Games or Flat River Group, they are working now over Bombix. What's the other game? Horrible Guild, Yellow, and I thoroughly enjoy this one. I recommend it if you're interested in something that is short, sweet, to the point, and is pretty.
Shock.
Is that a stock already? How much was it on?
He didn't even tell me because it was out of stock.
All right, scroll down there. Let's see price wise.
16.
Yeah, about 16 bucks.
41.
Yeah.
It's unavailable on Amazon, but it's available on eBay.
Yeah, I mean you're probably going to be paying about 15 to 20 bucks for this. I say it's worth that $15 to $20 price point.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
All right, next one. Let's just go ahead and put that on the small shelf over there.
Okay.
Okay, next up, Cat in a Box. This is from Bezier Games. This is a trick-taking game that involves no colors whatsoever because cats are colorblind. So what's interesting about the game,
There's colors.
Yeah.
But
there's colors. You're actually picking kind of the color of the trick. And that's kind of how it is. And then when you're not able to, or when you
there
decide,
are colors. He made it sound like it was a completely black and white
Yeah.
game. No, there's colors.
it's just that all the cards don't have color.
It's,
You're actually choosing the color for it.
yeah. So
Yeah.
there's
there's
lots of different
okay.
colors. Yeah.
So just like when you're playing a game like Skull King, where you're kind of bidding on how many you think you're going to get per round, you're going to get bonus points if you were right on the money.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of a nice little thing about it. It's really not. Yeah, I mean, it's just a very simplistic, fun game.
Mhm.
You gotta put the rule book back.
Yeah.
Hello,
Kids love it.
killing me, Smalls.
We love cats, so
Yeah.
of course they love it. But yeah,
Yeah.
Did you already say where we picked it up?
Yeah, we actually bought
we went
this.
there to Tantrum Con
Yeah,
intending to buy
we
this
intended to
game.
buy this already because we saw Bezier while they were there, and so I was like, I needed a copy anyway. It's a 30-minute game. I mean, it definitely fits within 25 minutes too.
Yeah.
Setup is not really hard, so I recommend it. All right, here comes a big bad boy. Starship Captains. And it's blurry until it probably sees my hand. What is going on here?
I don't know.
Okay.
Oh, because we.
There we go.
There we go.
All right, so Starship Captains. So let's talk about this one. This one's from Chex Games Edition. What we're doing is we are trying to basically deal with different alliances. We are doing kind of like a worker placement with our different ensigns and our different recruits.
This is where we had to explore the different planets.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll click this one.
And through our exploration, you actually are kind of like moving them along this queue. You're dealing damage. You're dealing with damage as well.
You can promote your ensigns.
Yep.
Captains. Get
It's-
more abilities from it.
Yeah, and it's a nice. I would consider it a nice worker placement
Yeah.
that has victory point scoring more towards the end.
Yeah,
based on
'cause-
some of the
and on
cards
your
that you
turn,
collect.
You can choose whether you're exploring or you're battling or you're repairing. So you have lots of different options to try to advance.
Yeah, this one was a lot of fun. CGE sent this our way. Yeah, I liked it. I could recommend this. I would recommend it's a 1 to 4 player count. So if you're solo,
It says 25 minutes per person.
I
Would
really
you
don't
say
feel like
took
it
us
was.
an hour. I think it did. We just were learning it though. It
Yeah,
was our
but I
first
mean,
time
with learning
playing
it, yeah, I honestly think it would probably be less time. Maybe first game, I would say 25 minutes per person. I would say, all in all, maybe an hour or less if you're playing it with a 4-player game. That's and you've already played it once
if
before.
you're 4-player, it's not gonna take you almost 2 hours.
I think the big thing that you have to realize is you can only play the blue ensigns on the blue, which is science. You can play the red on like that military style thing. You can play.
So I think you went more the science route. And the
Who won?
different set labs.
Who won the game?
It was close.
Who won?
I went to battling and war. I don't remember the score was. I remember it being really close though.
I remember winning, and I felt good about it. Yeah. All right, so let's put that one away. Yeah. All right, next up, let's go ahead and talk about this one. This one was an anxiety-induced nightmare. That's all I have to say.
This was not Chris's game.
This is not my. Now I like it. I think it's fun, but it is super like messing with me.
So it says on here a game. Oh hey.
Whoa!
Nope.
That didn't work like that. Run.
It says nope.
It definitely said nope.
It said nope.
Here we go. Okay, well, that's fun.
So it says right on it, a game of passive aggressive cohabitation.
Passive aggressive is right.
Or if you're playing with Chris, aggressive.
I'm sorry. Like, I understand that you're able to find out what your fellow teammates are allowed to do, but they need to do what you want them to do too now.
So you're making changes.
Yep.
You're trying to live together in this house. It has 4 rooms. And you each have your own objectives for this house. But you have to make it so that everyone's objectives are met.
Yeah, it was chaos.
There were aspects I liked to it.
Yeah.
The ambiguity of some of the rules makes me a little nervous, depending on who I'm playing with.
Yeah. What do you mean ambiguity? Explain that one.
Like,
because I mean the rules made sense.
Yeah, but the rules are saying something like you just have to say whether you're okay with this or not. And so,
we definitely said more than that when we were playing. I was like, I am not okay with that, and you should put it back. Like, I know.
aggressive. We can't tell each other why.
Yeah.
It's really tempting to tell each other why, but that's the whole point of the game. You're not telling each other why that's not okay.
And that's the hard part. Is like it really
Yeah.
does have that passive part because you're really not supposed to be telling them what the issue is. They need to figure it out for themselves.
So I would play this game, yes, with someone who's calm?
I don't know, because I'm a fairly calm
Peaceful?
player. I'm fairly calm and peaceful, right? No? Wow.
Because
Wow.
otherwise it's going to be aggressive.
Okay, I was maybe a little aggressive when I played this game. Just a little. Just a little. I mean, it's a fun one.
The rest of us were just kind of trying to figure it out, because you're trying to figure out what the other people's rules are so you can meet everybody's objectives.
Yeah,
And so you're trying, based off of the moves they make, you're
Married
trying.
Life? That is so true. Beyond Dead 13.
We should not have played it.
No, definitely not. So what's
We all kept looking at him and going, Chris!
yeah, it was crazy. So like with this game, the one thing that's interesting, you've got 4 different areas of a house. You've got the top right, top left, bottom right, bottom left. And so what you're trying to do is you're trying to make sure that the decorum,
meets your objective.
yeah, meets your objective. So
but
like
you don't know everybody else's objective.
maybe I need to have like two blue in each room. But those blue represent either retro, or they represent modern, or they represent like
there's a lot
different
of
types of
different
things.
aspects to it. So play it with calm people and you'll really enjoy it. I think you will.
Wait, did you not like it when you played with me?
Calm, accommodating.
Did you like it when you played with me?
You stressed me out. You were stressful.
It was stressful though. I'm not gonna
I
lie.
would have liked this, I think, with
Okay.
less stressful person. Yeah.
What?
Not playing
Wow.
with you, in other
Okay.
words.
Okay. Thanks for the love, beautiful. Thanks.
You're welcome.
All right. Next up, we've got Age of Heroes. This one is by WizKids Games. How do this one was chunky. It was definitely. You remember this one? It was
Oh yes.
Yeah. So you're playing as a partnership between you and you're basically 2 different heroes. So I think for mine, I was Kitty Pryde and Magic.
Mm-hmm.
And well, what was your character?
I have no idea.
I was
You
Kitty.
chose them
I was
for
Kitty
me.
Pryde and whatever, not Magic, but whatever the character, the little dragon is. So yeah, but so in this game, it's interesting because you're kind of going through, and you're preparing for battle basically, but you're kind of meeting certain conditions up here. And then later on, you're actually facing different adversaries. So
is this the one where you could recruit people?
yeah.
Yes. So
Yes.
we were recruiting different people.
So you're recruiting different characters out of the X-Men comic books to go up and help you fight.
Man, when we
Yeah.
played this, I feel like we didn't use all of the things that we could have even.
Yeah.
Because there was so much you could use. I don't feel like we used.
There's a lot of
all
different
it.
things.
We
There's
just
different
kinda chose
options.
things to focus on
Yeah.
and used what we.
Like I focused on getting certain things, and Beth focused on certain things. I think you could probably go for a well-rounded approach, but it very much is like a pick you choose, as in I'm gonna pick what I'm gonna do, and I'm just gonna keep doing that. You're gonna pick what you're gonna do. You're gonna keep doing that.
So if you're gonna play this,
So
study it ahead of time.
yeah, this was
Study
one.
up ahead of time.
This is
so
one that
you
I
can
would
understand
say,
it all.
because you look at this board, like the only thing that kind of threw me off a little bit was this board, just the way it was, and trying to understand why it is the way it is. I mean, you got the scoreboard at the bottom, which makes sense,
That's fine.
but understanding
So,
these different positions of the cards and what you can do.
My favorite thing about this game is some of the cards, some of the people you recruited had special abilities. Some of them
Yeah,
you could use just once. Some of them were ongoing. You could only have 3 people you recruited each through in the game.
yeah.
And my favorite part is I had, which character was it that let me steal someone else's recruit of my choice at the end of the game? So I waited to the last turn of the game and stole like his best end of points.
Who won that
character.
game though?
Didn't I win because of
I
that?
thought I won.
No, you were about to win, and then I stole your best character.
Oh, you do suck. Okay.
That was fun.
Oh,
So it's
okay.
real. That was my favorite part. Because you have several things to plan. You could do something for immediate points, or you can have a long-term goal that's going to get you points at the end. And he had a card that was going to give him a lot of points at the end, so I stole it like right before. On the very last turn, I waited and stole his card.
The way I would describe this is worker placement, but in 2 kind of chapters. You've got or 2 phases. One phase is basically where you're going ahead and you're either recruiting cards or you're getting different abilities or getting different tokens basically to help you. The other one is where you're actually utilizing what you've got to be able to face a villain of any sort. Is that Frodo?
Yes.
Okay.
That is
Here.
your cat.
But yeah, Age of Heroes. So this one I would say do a little bit of research on if you were interested in playing, or at
You'll
least
enjoy it.
if
If
somebody-
you do your
yeah.
research and give yourself time, you'll really enjoy it.
take the time to learn this game.
Mhm.
Because if you don't and you kind of go into it blind, it's going to be just a little too much. I think that if you go into it though with a little bit of wisdom, watch a couple videos. We've got a playthrough as well.
So I think it was the X-Men are your characters, but
Yeah.
the people you can recruit are all kinds of Marvel characters. So it's
Yeah.
really fun that come out too to see all of Marvel
Yeah.
on that. So
Yeah, I liked this one a lot.
it's worth it if you want to. If
yeah.
you got the time to take to put into it.
My recommendation, just because some games have different price points, I would say at least take a look at if that's something that's financially viable for you first.
Oh yeah.
I would then also see if the game
know
kind
how
of
much
fits
that
your feel.
costs.
If you like worker placements, I highly recommend it because of a worker placement aspect of it. I like worker placement games, but that's all dependent on what your feel is for it. Watch a video though to see if you like it as well. There's not as many out there, but I did enjoy it. So
Did I play
next
this?
one, yeah,
I don't
Dice
think I
Miner.
did.
Yes, you
Manor.
did.
Dice Manor.
Yeah, Dice Manor. Remember this?
Oh yeah, I do. Sorry. It took me a minute.
Wow. So Dice Manor, this is from Arcane Wonders. This one is all about kind of building a house and then
Yeah.
showing it off to people.
Mm-hmm.
And then based on what your dice is, what you roll, you can manipulate the dice too, I might mind you. You can manipulate the dice to kind of fit with the different rolls, but you can either decide if you're going to go ahead and put it towards things related to either showing the house where you're placing the dice actually on the property that you're building. You can also go ahead and bid dice based on how many you have versus how many somebody else does. FYI, not that you need to do anything now since it isn't that major, but every so often, like 20 seconds, I'm getting a momentary video glitch.
Yes, it
Tried a
is.
new tab and still doing it. Yeah, I think it's mine.
We put a new camera in. Our other one
Yeah.
was cutting off.
Let me do
like
one. Let me try one.
30
thing real quick.
minutes into each live stream, our other camera just decides to cut off.
I'm gonna see which. I think it's the Brio that's acting up right now. So let me unplug and replug real quick.
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna find out and see if that does
Okay.
anything. So that's probably going to cause problems real quick. So
It's okay.
if anybody can't tell, yeah, I know it's just not
Alright.
there. Hold on. We're gonna go ahead. I'm gonna go properties. Click on it. It's not gonna show up for a second. Yep. I'm gonna quickly get it back up. And let's see here. Let's hope that that works.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Hopefully that doesn't cause any problems.
It's working.
We'll see. We'll see. If this causes issues, that's gonna suck.
Yeah.
But
So
we'll try to
this
figure it
one,
out, yeah.
you're drafting rooms of a house.
Yeah.
And so you can decide if you want all different themes. You can get points for having variety of rooms. You can get points for having the most of each type of room, and you can get points for the way you show your house at the end. So
Yeah, and
I'll
I
have to
did
put
not
one
do a
on
good
to
job
show.
showing off my house because you also
No,
get
I
points
won by a
based
lot
on
this
how
one.
many buildings you have or how many rooms you have of the same color or the same style. So that does play a factor as well. So I do like this one. I do think it's got of course that Dice Tower Essentials, which it's basically one that when the Dice Tower says Dice Tower Essentials, what they really do is they mention it to a publisher. Hey, this is one that I think should come over to the States.
Yeah.
And so Arcane Wonders, Rob Geislinger, amazing guy. So
real estate agents would probably.
so far so good. Gotta love tech. Thank goodness. But yeah, Dice Manor, I like that. Check that one out. Next one, this is one that what was your thoughts?
I struggled with this one. So here's why though.
Okay.
I know it's purposefully designed that everybody has different abilities, but I feel like it's putting a lot of trust in the creators that they really try to make it fair. And maybe I have fairness issues because I feel like some abilities were just so much stronger. I I just have a hard time with when everybody has different abilities, when it's not the same rules for everyone. I have trouble with those types of games.
I think that's the one thing about Beth. I think Beth doesn't really care much for asymmetrical asymmetrical games.
No.
And so this kind of proved that a little bit. For me, I like Ahoy.
Oh yeah, you seem to love it.
I really had a good time. I was actually, what was I? I was a pirate.
Yeah.
I was a pirate messing with everybody else's like stash. I didn't win. I did horribly.
No, Abigail
But
won that
I made
one.
sure that Beth didn't win. So that's kind of where that came from.
Yeah, I just have trouble with that when everybody's doing something different. I'm like, how are we playing together? I don't get it.
Well, it's interesting. So we played it at a 3-player count. Now, some people have played it at a 2-player count, and I think the 3-player count is a nice number because of those 3 different abilities. But that's me.
Mm-hmm.
Beth, however, was not a fan of this one. I was a fan of this. For people that like root or they like asymmetry in their games, this is a great
And I like
selection.
most games I play.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Plus
this
the art-
one just wasn't my style. That's
I-
all. Other people, it's for other people, just
Yeah.
not me.
If you're a fan of any other games that Leader Games does, this is going to be one that's definitely up your alley. If you're not into asymmetrical games, then this is not a game that would
Pass
work.
by.
Yeah. But I say
If
for
you
me,
are, absolutely.
for me, I really loved it. I had a good time. Beth,
Had a
not
great
so much.
story, little. Yeah, you got like the sharks and the crustaceans and the sea monsters.
Yeah.
It was cute.
All right, next up, this is one that Beth hasn't played, but I have played, and we're gonna play it at some point. This is called Her Story. What's interesting about this game? I played this with Danielle Reynolds, actually one of the co-designers of the game, and the whole idea behind this is you're a writer,
Mm-hmm.
and you are creating chapters basically of a book
Mm-hmm.
based around the women in history. So you're collecting icons. Basically, you're collecting these different type of tokens, which have different iconography on it, and then you're turning those in to recruit or basically bring one of these chapters into your story.
Okay.
You can also kind of take the chapters ahead of time, but the chapters do not immediately go into your story until you've actually paid the cost.
Okay.
So some of those chapters have bonus abilities as well. Some of it has bonus points. And so we played this
so
during
are you
when
only writing a story about one character?
no, you're actually writing.
All
So
different
think about
oh,
each
so you're
each woman of history.
each chapter's
yeah.
a different story.
Yeah, and so
Different
and the
person.
first person who gets through so many chapters, let me see. I think it was like 7 if I was correct. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, let's see here. Was it 9? 9. Maybe it's 9. What's here? Let me check. I don't remember how many I had to do.
Yeah, I would like to play this.
Yeah. This is one that I really enjoyed, though. I made it a point to get Ruth Bader Ginsburg early because I was really excited about that. I did not know Dolly Parton was in this. I didn't pay much attention to that part. Here's the crazy part about this game. So, we're playing it during Women's History Month, right? And I'm playing against 2 amazing women. I played it against the Baker Meeple, and I played it against Danielle. I won.
Yeah, that does not show male dominance. I'm sorry.
It was messed up. I was like, I did not
It does
play.
not mean you're bitter.
Okay, no. That is not what I'm saying. That is not what. That's not. No. What I'm trying to explain though is like, I did not. I play. Okay, do I play very by the belt or no? Do I play very structured at all?
No.
I don't play structured. I don't
the
play. I play very chaotically, and so for me to win a game like that, I was baffled. So, that's Her Story.
Your chaos paid off
Yeah.
that time.
Okay. By far one of my favorite trick-taking games of all time. Right off the bat.
Yeah, I think everybody's heard that enough.
Yeah, so if you have not played this game or picked up this game and you like trick-taking games, buy this immediately. This is immediately. I'm not one to normally say go buy this because we're talking about you're talking about your money.
Twice.
Yeah. Go ahead, tell the story, beautiful.
He bought this, lost it, searched the house for about 2 weeks, just top to bottom, searched for this game. Could not find it anywhere, so he buys a second copy. And as we're cleaning, I was like, Did you check everything? Did you check all the boxes? Yeah, I've checked everything. So we're cleaning up, getting ready to throw some boxes out, and I pick one up and I shake it, and it's still got something in it. And lo and behold,
and it was the same day that my second copy came in. So yeah, my bad. But yeah,
So buy it once or twice.
the thing I love about this is that the cards, like, there's two sides to the cards, and you're not rearranging the cards. That's a big part of the game. Is that whatever cards you're dealt, you cannot rearrange them at all. You have to choose which orientation you're going to have them as well for the whole game, or for the round. And then when somebody gets to what was it? I think it was like 25 points. I think.
I think you like this too so much because you can play chaotic and still do really well.
Yeah, I do really well in this game.
We talked this to someone who does not like to learn new games. Very set in their ways, doesn't like to learn new games.
Who was that?
And was not very excited about it. Well, he just played very chaotically and he won.
Who was that? I'm trying to remember. Who did we introduce? Oh, we introduced this to Chaplin?
Yes, we did. You don't remember?
No, I don't. Oh, yes, now I do remember. Wow, and he liked it?
No, I just said he won.
He won. Okay. Okay.
He just played chaotically, whatever.
Chaplin is very much a person that does solitaire every day. He plays solitaire. It's not, and the only other game that I've ever seen him play, like, religiously is Hand and Foot.
I taught him that 12 years ago.
Yeah, and he's been playing it ever since.
And he plays that. He loves that game. But he doesn't like new ones.
No, he is not a new game person. However, I will recommend this till the day I die. Because Oink Games, surprising enough, they make a lot of great games. And look at how small this little thing is. I think this was like $23 is what it was on Amazon when I bought it. I mean, but it's a small box, and you've got a little bit of punchables.
That's pretty high for cards.
I think it's worth it though for what it is.
Yeah,
I mean, if you're going to a convention, somebody probably has a copy of it and they're pulling it out. It sold out pretty quickly. I know Origins. Nobody. If you had a copy of it, you were awesome. And then Gen Con, it was sold out all the way up until Gen Con. Gen Con, Oink Games was there, and so some people bought copies. Some people bought multiple copies because I mean it's a great game. So that's kind of how it works.
I don't think we need to spend too much time on that. It's a
I'm the Duke.
favorite. It's a family favorite. We play it a lot.
I'm the Duke. This is from Indie Boards and Cards. Koo, we played this while Justin was over. We played this now. Daniel
really love it.
Daniel actually won a tournament at Tantrum Con for Koo, and is going to be competing for a ticket to Gen Con for the competition there.
Which we really hope he gets.
Yeah, I'm kind of hoping he gets because that includes hotel for the kid. So yeah.
We don't have a hotel. Anyone have one?
Yeah. You're talking about local-ish cons. Yeah, it's such a great game. We're talking about. Okay. Houdini versus Genie. Out of all the games that you've played with Unmatched, what were your thoughts on these characters? I played. Who did I play? I played as Houdini, right?
Did I play this?
Yeah, you won.
Oh, I was the Genie.
Yeah, you were.
Oh yeah.
Wow. This is a funny thing. It's like,
Genie
how many games already has she said? Did I play this?
It takes me a minute. I warned you that was going to be the case.
I know.
If you put all these out, it's going to take me a minute.
Yeah. Okay.
I played the Genie rules. It was pretty awesome. That's my summary.
I feel like with this one, I think I need to play as Houdini a couple more times to kind of get a feel.
T-Rex was my favorite Unmatched character. I think Genie's close.
Really?
Close there with T-Rex.
Okay. Wow. For me, I'm always going to be a Buffy fan, and Unmatched, the one game that we are, and I have to buy this year, and I probably will, and I love you. I'm going to get the new Unmatched that has Squirrel Girl in it. So yeah, I'm a diehard Squirrel Girl fan. I mean, single-handedly defeated Thanos in the comics. So yeah, but Houdini versus Genie. Beth really liked the Genie. Houdini, I kind of felt okay about. I think there's some more.
I feel like it was evenly matched.
No, I think the Genie had a better time of doing it. I don't know. Next up.
Again, another family favorite.
Okay, so when we were at Tantrum Con, we played the Strike tournament. Once again, I made it into the part where you have to eat a horrible, nasty moon pie. Did you have to do it too?
No, Abigail did.
Abigail did.
Yeah.
So
I did it the first year. But
2 to 5 players. This game is an automatic buy. I will tell you, like I said, It's just
good, simple fun.
2 to 5 players. Seriously, if you just want something quick, and it says 15 minutes, expect to play 3 games, and I think in 15 minutes. That's really what it means.
Yeah.
So, this game by Ravensburger is just dice. It's dice in an arena. And you're rolling the dice, and you're basically getting matches. And by getting matches, you're able to take dice out. But it's very much a push your luck roll of the dice.
Yeah.
So,
Where's this one go?
that's
I
going
don't
to
think it goes
go,
over
it goes right down here, I think, right behind me.
We'll put it
So, yeah.
down for now.
Next up, Beth, I don't think you played this one with me.
Nope.
Justin did, though. This is called Get On Board. I played this at Gen Con last year with David Diaz. Got a copy while I was there from the team at Flat River Games. Amazing people. And this one is just a nice roll and write. Except it's, of course, instead of rolling dice, you're flipping cards. And you're kind of flipping and you're trying to get a bus route. So you're trying to follow a bus route. And based on the different people that you interact with or the passengers you choose, that's going to decide on your points towards the end of the game. That's basically, I think I basically summed it up that way. There's a little bit more to it. I definitely have kind of that feel of a little bit of Welcome To, but I like this a lot
The
more.
artwork looks very similar.
No.
I thought so.
No, this has
Okay.
very much that like 1950s, 1960s style artwork. Yeah, I loved playing this one, but yeah, that's Yellow Games. Okay, next up.
Ooh, that was a beast that I loved.
We're talking about so Beth hasn't really played many heavy games like this, like a Euro style. And so Lacrimosa, I've played cello for over 35 years now. 35? No, 30, over
You
30
weren't
years.
6.
No, I wasn't 6. Over 30 years.
Okay.
30 years I've played the cello. So Lacrimosa is one of those games where you're actually trying to be one of the 4 composers that helped finish the piece, Lacrimosa. Lacrimosa, if you ever listen to it, has a little bit of Mozart, but the rest of it really isn't Mozart in style. Mozart only got about so many measures done. I think it was like 8 measures. 8 measures I think he had to complete before he died. And he was traveling around and he was getting this ready. He was commissioned to come up with this Requiem, and of course Lacrimosa was one of the pieces, and then he died.
So this game, there are a lot of different aspects to this one as well, but I feel like you could utilize all of them.
What's really nice about this too is you have cards that you start off with, and those cards will decide, and based on what you play, decides on what you're going to do. It's almost like worker placement in the sense that you're placing the card based on a location you want to go to.
Saying worker placement, but it's
What do you
also
think?
deck building.
Deck
There's
building,
a deck
yes.
building aspect
Yep.
to it. I don't know, the traveling around and the
Well, the traveling
purchasing,
around well, I mean, but this is one area.
and then
This is one
commissioning
area.
the different
This is one
work.
area.
I really didn't
This is
feel
one
a lot
area.
of worker placement to it.
I think. Well, I mean, this
That's saying
kind of has area control.
Mm-hmm.
This kind of has.
There are a lot of different
yeah.
components, but it was a game I felt that you could really use them all.
I love this one. If you're into
Nothing
heavy,
got left out.
yeah. If you're into heavy Euros, Lacrimosa is a great way to go. If you're a fan of Mozart or classical music, highly recommend
take
giving this a
time.
chance. There's not really many games about music or composers. One other game that I've played that I really enjoyed, and it fulfilled on Kickstarter. I can't wait for a copy when it comes. It's The Gig, but this one, I loved it. So, okay. Evergreen, Horrible Guild. Evergreen.
Oh, yes. Sorry, it takes me a minute. It really does. You're building a forest, and I love forest games. I
Yeah.
love nature games, like I said before.
Mhm.
So I like building the forest. You plant the seeds, they grow into shrubs, which grow into trees. You got to make sure they're getting enough sunlight. You need to make sure that they're getting enough water. You get points for all of those. I loved it. I really did. I love the wooden pieces of the trees were wooden, right?
Yeah, you're doing
wooden tokens.
you're doing a card drafting in the game, and by you taking that card, then you're adding it to your hand and you're deciding which card you're going to play. based on what you play is where you're going to work
Everyone
in your
has their own
area.
planet. You have your own little planet,
Yep.
or your own little that has the different biomes.
Like when you place water in the game, if there's tree or if there's anything like nearby it, like a sprout, it'll turn into kind of like a small tree. Or if it's a small tree that's nearby it, it'll grow into a big tree. So it's kind of a neat little thing about it. And based on what the sun touches, what the sun's light touches, based on where the sun is for each season, is going to decide points. And whatever shadow is cast over another tree by a tree ahead of it, it won't get points, which I found that to be very interesting. So, yeah, I liked this one a lot. I liked this one. I think I like this one more than. I'm going to say this, and I might get hurt. I like this more than Bosque.
Is this
Well, yes. Hi, I want to offer a promotion on your channel.
Yeah,
That's
you need to-
awesome because I want to ban you. Okay, that sounds great, doesn't it? Yeah, you're about to
So
get.
you liked this one more than Bosque.
I like that one.
Different seasons. That's the one with the different seasons of trees, right?
What's that?
That's the one with the different seasons, or like the leaves were blowing or something. Bosque.
Give me a second. I'm just.
Do I have that right? It's been a little while.
Bosque is the one where you're kind of traveling through the different seasons and everything. So yeah, that's kind of what it's
I
about.
would have to play that one again
I
to be able to compare it because it's been.
Bosque
too
is
many
about where the
years.
leaves kind of go. Bosque is
I know.
about the leaves, and
I remember it, but it's just been a while.
Bosque is very much more the area control, whereas this one is more about utilizing your environment to the fullest, like actually playing it to the fullest. I liked Evergreen a lot more than Bosque, though I will recommend Bosque as well for a game that involves, trees. I never played photosynthesis, and I don't think I have really any interest in playing it. Sorry, it's just not one that I've wanted to play. All right, Trekking the National Parks.
So we've had this one for a while, and I hadn't
Who won
played
this
it.
one?
Did I?
I don't know.
Or did
Did I?
Justin?
I don't remember.
I didn't include you in there.
Oh, wow. Wow.
I remember you
Dick
doing
move.
very poorly.
Actually, I did everything in my power. Actually, I got a lot of areas.
I think Justin did.
But I didn't get the majority of like the little token pieces. So in the game, what's interesting about this one is you're basically trying to travel across.
It had a Ticket to Ride feel to it.
Well,
Like you're
the
trying
only
to travel.
but you're not really creating a route.
No, you're not creating a route.
That's
you
the thing.
have to travel to there and have the items to be able to trade in order to select that part.
Really, the cards there's cards that represent different items that you're going to be trading in to be able to acquire or at least have some sort of image.
I guess it was just because
of
of
the spot
the
where you
states
went.
with the different
Yeah.
routes.
That's really how.
The state with the country with the different routes, all the different states. But you can travel to the different parks, and if you have the correct cards to turn in, you can draft those state parks.
And then there's some locations that nobody can draft that everybody can just go ahead, pay the items, and actually get for the rest of the game.
Win? Jeez, I don't even remember. It could have been Elijah.
I think I won
I don't think you did.
because I was awesome.
I don't think you did.
I did great. Actually,
No,
no.
I did.
You did.
It
You
was
did.
me.
Are you sure?
Because I thought you were going to win, but then
Yeah, I thought I was
going
gonna win too, and then because like there's these little pieces, like if you go to a spot, you can pick up the little token wherever you stop, and so that little token at the end of the game, it's like whoever's the majority of these,
colors.
if you have the most of these different colors, it's like 7 points.
Yeah.
So that was a ridiculous amount of points.
Well, of course we've talked about this one a lot.
I love this
is
game.
Our Frodo
Versus Furball.
Man, I can't think of our cat's name.
That's okay. Nice abstract where you're basically playing as cats jumping on the bed, and you're trying to get 3 cats in a row. And if you get like so many kittens next to each other, 3 kittens in a row, they graduate into cats because they're growing and maturing, and that's kind of really what it is. It's a very nice abstract game.
It's from the makers of Shobu.
Yeah, well, I mean the makers of Shobu, as in Smirk and Dagger, or Smirk and Laughter. But Scott Brady, this is one of his games that he did.
Okay.
So Scott Brady worked on this, and he worked on another game called Hues and Cues. He's got another game that's about to come out, Boop.
Oh yeah.
And
I'm really
Spoopy.
excited about that one.
Yeah, it's scary. It's a scary version of Boop, where not really scary at all. Instead, you've got like a little ghost cat that you get to play with, which kind of changes up a little bit of the mechanics, just enough to make it worth a purchase. Which I like that one a lot. So, perfect for the season.
Okay,
All right.
What's next?
Next up is one that I played with Justin, and oh my gosh, I love this.
Okay.
So, I think I'm trying to remember. I think Daniel maybe
Shadows
played this
over
with us.
Middle Earth. I'm pretty sure they
Yeah.
said that they played a Lord
Daniel
of the
and
Rings
Elijah
game
both
with
did?
you.
Okay, or did
I don't know.
okay. So this is one that for an exit game, I've played not really many exit games. This one is from Cosmos, Sames and Cosmos. I would open the thing right now and I'd show you all the components, but of course that's going to spoil a lot. I will tell you though that it's so much fun. This was so much fun. I think we spent a good 2 to 3 hours just kind of relaxing and playing it. I liked it. I would recommend it. I don't know price point on it. It's probably around that 15 to 20 bucks range for like this kind of a game because it's a one and done thing. You're going to be cutting things out. You're going to be kind of trying to figure out what's what, and based on how you do, is going to decide on whether or not Frodo gets to where he needs to go. So, pretty sure that that's a noise made from a kid. So,
Nope, pretty sure it was a cat.
pretty sure it was a cat.
So yeah,
Okay.
you like this? I don't have anything to add
Yeah.
to it because
Yeah, and the thing is, I won't be able to play it again. However, I'm going to basically keep it so I have something. Okay, we're gonna put that one. Okay.
Okay, so my take on this one: rock, paper, heroes. So rock, paper, scissors, and you're doing like the rock, paper motions.
Mm-hmm.
If
Okay.
you play it by the rules, you need to play it with people who can read well,
Yeah.
very well, and process quickly. I think there's a way to modify this. I would say there's a way to modify this that would not be as complicated.
Rock paper heroes. I'm gonna say this.
Like if we just chose 3 different actions and explain those well and use those every time.
But rather than house rule this game, it would make more sense for a person, instead of getting this game, getting another game that's under WizKids with the same designers, which is called Rock Paper Wizard,
Okay.
which I think is
But is it
so
the
much
same
better.
way?
It's got some similarities, but you don't have to do all the
So
stupid,
the reason
like the
why
crazy
he didn't
reading.
like this
No.
one so much is each hand motion had a different ability every
Yeah.
time. And so every time we had to pull out a new ability, and the kids had to read it.
We had to
and
read
try
through it,
understand it.
And it really kind of slowed the game
It
down.
really slowed it down. So if you just picked one meaning for each hand motion
Yeah.
and explained them, you would avoid that.
Yeah, this is the one WizKid game that we played that I did not like. I like a lot of what WizKids have been doing. I love the people that actually designed this game. So like, I love Josh, I love Senfun, and I love Jay. I mean, they're
If you're gonna
all
play it by the rules, though, you gotta have with kids. You gotta have a lot of patience.
yeah. Patience
Or
is
else
something.
don't play it with kids.
Yeah, this is one. Well, I mean, I'm gonna say it like this. I'm not even gonna say play it.
No.
I'm gonna say if you have a chance to play either this or Rock Paper Wizard, I'm going to recommend Rock Paper Wizard because Rock Paper Wizard just has a little bit more to it that makes it fun, and it doesn't feel like you're dragging every time you pull out a new card. So,
Okay.
yep. All right, here we go. This is by Mick Miller Fun, and I love this game too much.
Yeah, you love this game.
I love it so much. I mean, first off, you get a freaking eye patch in the game. You get an eye patch and
Yeah, pop-up
everything
book.
pop-up book. I mean, come on. How do you not enjoy something cute like
you
this?
are throwing little puff balls.
Yeah, cannonballs. Yes. And you're trying to get them in a row. Yeah, you're trying to get 4 in a row, not diagonally.
Sometimes with
They
your
have to
eyes
be
closed.
they have to be orthogonally adjacent somehow. So,
And it's a pirate, so sometimes you play dirty.
yeah. Oh gosh, yeah, you do. So much
You
fun.
love this one.
I love this one. I mean, it's a great. I mean, the people that make this, they are wonderful people. I would recommend this in a heartbeat to any family. I'd recommend this to people for like a game night that might involve some cocktails. I think that that's something that you could definitely do this game
Be
too.
funny.
Yeah, I mean, seriously, watching. I mean, if you have people over for
Or
a party,
cute little game with kids.
yeah, cute game with kids. You can definitely make it a fun adult style game. Either way, I recommend this wholeheartedly. Fire in a Hole, great game. That's gonna go over there. Next one. This one's by Omari Akil. I liked this one a lot.
We played that with the boys, didn't we?
Yeah, where we drop the cards.
Yeah.
hmm
Or
So
did we? Or did
no,
we
we
just
did not play
it?
this. We just
Oh,
played it
okay.
as is. So you've got kind of like the Wrecking Crew, where you've got kind of all these cards that you're basically, all of its wreckage. Some of it's stuff from maybe the Avengers. Maybe it's some of the stuff from the Chari. There's some of it might be from Black Panther. Some of it could be
Idea is the
from
Marvel
like Thor and the
superheroes make
Asgardians.
a huge mess as they're saving the world.
Yeah.
So you have to clean it up.
Yeah. And so for this one, the thing I liked about it was the artwork automatically caught my eye. I love when a comic book character kind of fits really well and it's playful and it's really enjoyable. I also like the fact that you are
You
trying
love
to.
Marvel games.
I do love Marvel games, and so for me to not like rock
It was
paper
okay for
heroes,
me. Like I didn't have anything bad against it.
it wasn't for you.
No.
I liked it. But I liked it for the fact that you're playing kind of like the Damage Control. And if anybody knows in the comics, Damage Control is the organization that basically was hired to basically clean up all of Marvel's messes, like all the different messes by the superheroes. And so it has a little bit of humor to it. You've got some different characters that you can
So you
recruit
have a
to help
damage
you.
zone. You're trying
Yeah.
to clean it up. There's certain treasures when you find them. You can
Mhm.
lock them up in a vault for
Yep.
points at the end of the game.
Exactly.
Mhm.
And those heroes that you get also can help out towards triggering
Mhm.
some extra points towards the end as well. I liked it a lot. I think that's really nice. Plus, for setup really works very well. You're not going to use every single card in this game, whether it be a 2-player game up to a 4-player game. And I think this one plays 1 to 4, so you can't play it solo. So it says ages 14 and up. I think this is
I
one.
think it's easy. And,
I-
I mean, there might be some reading.
I
and
think
all
10
of
and up.
the-
I think 10 and up would be fitting for it.
I'd
Because
say
I want
12. Because
12?
all the reading on the cards. Again, we come back to that.
But I don't feel like the reading is
Not
the
as
words are large
extensive.
enough. Yeah, the words are large enough. I think
Extensive.
not as extensive and it's
Okay.
not as crazy. Let me find a card just so I can show it. Plus, you've got all this iconography to kind of explain. You get a card that has iconography. That's a big thing. Like if I know what each symbol means and I can look over this at all times, that's great. And then you've got these cards, which just has kind of different things.
Okay.
This one just says, okay, I can choose and discard this card and then cause that to do something else. And it works. I love it. I love Omari automatically just because I love him. But for a game that he got to get involved with Marvel, I have to say it's a hit. So out of all the WizKid games that we've covered already, Damage Control, great. Age of Heroes, awesome, but I would recommend like looking into it a little bit more to see if it's your feel, because it is very much more of a heavier game to start off with. I wouldn't call it like a heavy, but you are going to look at it and you're going to kind of glaze over a little bit.
Yeah.
So,
A lot of
and then Rock Paper
components.
Heroes, just go with Rock Paper Wizard.
All right, 2 more games.
Power Plants.
I liked Power Plant.
Power Plants is nice. I know Adam. Adam's a great guy.
It's
Kids
different
Table Board Games
mythical
sent this our way.
plants, and you're trying, and they each have different abilities, but you're trying to plant them in different
Yeah.
patches, but you can mix other,
Yeah.
like you're all one big garden, but you're trying to move your figures around and you can mess people up.
And you're trying to basically kind of get like area majority with your sprites. Like your sprites of your color, based on what the different tiles that you play down, they have different actions or different abilities. And so like if I play green, it will cause me to do something. If I play this blue, it will cause me to do something. If there's other colors that are matching next to it, then that will cause me to do something as well. Some will let me actually remove other sprites. So if you are into games that don't have conflict, then this is not the game for you.
There was a lot of conflict.
Now, we played this with Justin when he was in town.
Mhm.
So Justin, Beth, and myself, we played
Mhm.
this game, and it got a little.
It was fine.
It was good. Yeah. Who won that one?
I don't know.
We'll just say I did. Probably it was Justin, but I'll say that I won. Probably Justin.
It says 8 and up, which I'd
Yeah.
say so.
That's a good. Yeah, that's a good number.
We'll have to figure out what the...
All right, this one was a Kickstarter that fulfilled. I liked this one a lot. The one thing
You're going on an adventure so that you can bring the stories back and
Yeah.
tell these tales.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and this one's done by Jason Slingerland, Isaac Shalev. I'm pretty sure I said your name wrong. Forgive me. But yeah, everything in here, remember, this is a prototype copy. There's nothing that's going to be like, oh, hey, blah, blah, blah. So yeah,
But
basically,
the cards,
yeah.
the cards have different stories on them.
Yeah. Now, I don't know how... I know that with these pieces that are the player pieces, they're going to be different based on, like, different tokens that have kind of more of a Gaelic kind of feel to it. And then, I don't know what the box size is going to be. Remember, this is a prototype, so if you see... There's a lot of space. I don't know what all's going to be in the final version or how many cards will be here. But
So
you got...
you have different...
You're lining,
goals
yeah, you're
that
lining
you're
up,
trying to
yeah.
meet,
and you're
for
lining
your
up
stories.
15 cards,
Yeah,
like a top, a middle, and a bottom row.
yeah, 5,
So-
5, and 5.
Mhm.
And you have a different goal for what types of cards should be on
Yeah.
those rows, and you're trying to meet those goals.
And they've got a recommendation for like a first game, kind of which ones to go with. So you know that
there
makes
are different objectives, so it can be a different game.
yeah,
each
you can
time.
mix and match it.
Yeah.
So yeah, trying to think
Alright.
if there's anything else that was really crazy.
Let's just go ahead for the.
All right, so let's go into it. So we were given by Misfit Dice. Ugh. Misfit Dice sent us a bunch of these little. Hey,
I'm not gonna.
what are you
dump it
doing?
out, I'm
Oh
just
my
getting it
gosh,
ready.
she's already opening it
I'm
up. What
getting
the
it
crap?
ready. Come on,
You're
just
just wrong. Dude, I don't know.
Okay.
I'm fine. So they sent us 3 sets of their mystery dice,
yeah.
and
So
so
these
in
are
here.
mini, and let's start with those. the
Okay, we'll
mini.
start with mini.
It says 2 unique poly sets of mismatched mini dice.
Okay, it says there's 2 sets in
2
here.
sets of mismatched dice. They're mini dice.
What is up with this? Is this like a sealable thing or
It's
something?
a Ziploc.
Okay.
I don't know why you're having such a hard time. with it.
Ziploc. Ziploc.
Okay, so
Okay,
open for the
let's see
first
this.
time.
Okay.
Ooh,
That's cute.
they're so cute.
Let's see.
So they're
here.
both mismatched.
I'm gonna
It's
zoom
2
in on
full
this one.
sets,
Yeah.
but they aren't matched. So I could tell you right now, I know people who would love mismatched sets because they just like the colors of them.
If you're a dice goblin, this is definitely for you. So.
I like mini dice.
Ooh. Let's see here. Taking off there we go. Yep. Let's see.
Do you
There
have
we
a
go.
dice tray?
What's that?
Do you have a dice tray?
Wow.
It's too far.
That's all right. No, I don't have my dice tray nearby me. There's a dice tray upstairs, and there's. I mean, we've got this.
Okay.
Seriously,
Yeah, but to really zoom in on them.
Oh.
They're so tiny.
they are really tiny. But yeah, that's cute. All right, what's the next one called?
So this is.
So that's the
one
minis.
unique poly set of mismatched resin dice. Mystery.
Okay, so resin is a different type of style.
Mm-hmm.
Oh
They're a
wow!
little bit heavier.
So these are
So they're
mismatched.
mismatched. It's one set.
Okay, what is
of
in this one?
mismatched.
This one's got like
Oh, they have things in it.
yeah. What is
What
this?
is a fish? Like a clownfish.
Mine's a bird. I've got a bird in this one.
Look, it's like a fish bowl. It's got. I know it's hard
Okay.
to see. You can't really see it.
Okay.
But on the bottom, it looks like a bottom of the sea or something. There's a clownfish, and
It's really cute.
that is cute.
I like that. What else is in here?
I should.
Okay.
That was it. These are just color, like it's different
Yeah.
colors
It's pretty.
swirled in it.
I like this one a lot. This one's really cool. It's got kind of the rainbow
So what
feel,
was in this one?
kind of like a pride
bird?
style.
Ooh,
Yeah,
it's
it's a bird. It's a burb. It's a burb.
Oh, it's a rainbow. Yeah,
Yeah, it's a rainbow.
that's cool.
Yep. Then
I like the bird.
people
in
say
the
that
face.
Legos are a pain to step on. Step on a bunch of these.
I want more of these with the little figures in it. Oh, our
Oh,
kids would go
gosh.
crazy over
She's going to
those.
Gen Con. We're going to end up with too much dice at the end. Okay, folks, here it comes. This one is
Metal.
7 mismatched unique metal dice. Wow.
Ooh,
That's pretty.
pretty.
Look at that.
So these are the packs
like
that we
this.
open.
That is nice.
Ooh, those are heavy.
Yeah.
I know you can't tell how heavy it is.
Oh, I
but it's
found dice on the
shiny,
floor one time.
Metallic.
Not fun way of finding it, but yeah. That's really nice.
Oh, I love the font on this one. It's not normal.
I didn't see that one yet.
I can't really get it to show up well, but
Okay.
it's a little unique
Okay.
font. I don't know.
All right, let me see it.
Like the 3.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's the
Oh,
30,
okay.
90, 10. This is one that's related to kind of like health.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
That's cute.
I like them. They're heavy.
Oh, this is nice. This is what? Is this D12? No, this is a D20. So what's this one? This one's the D12. I like this D12 the most. I think because of the copper kind of feel to it. I like that kind of feel and look.
I mean, that's a lot of weight.
Yeah. I mean, it's definitely got the weight to it. But
Oh, yeah. That's
here we go.
satisfying.
1, 2, 3.
It's satisfying.
I really do
to
like that. Yeah.
It really makes the table shake.
Yeah.
Feels
so
like you got power.
just throw them everywhere, Beth.
That's why we
Hold
put
on.
dice
Let
on
me
the
take the-
floor.
Yep. That's why we have dice on the floor, folks. Eating at the table.
So,
Eating the table.
your mini dice.
Ah.
My dump.
And then the resin. So yeah, I like this. I like the fact that these are like little mystery packs. I think my favorite.
I like the characters in it.
I think you like.
fish.
Yeah, I think I like the metal one because I like the metal feel to the dice. It's really nice. I like that
I
feel.
want to host that with different animals.
Well, we're gonna go broke at Gen Con.
Eating the table.
Yeah.
Yeah, the metal ones are.
Denting
They're
the table. Yeah.
denting.
Yeah, denting.
They're no joke.
Yeah. It's like,
Dump.
ready?
Yeah, no joke. on
Okay,
those.
here we go. Resin dice. Like you hear it.
Yeah.
Okay, metal dice.
Yeah.
Oh my
Those are
gosh.
fun.
Yeah. This D4 looks painful. Like you could stab somebody
Yeah.
with it.
It's a weapon.
It is a weapon. Dice are weapons, folks.
So
Both
this
in
is
D&D
fan
and real
roll.
life. You can throw these at people. Yeah.
Fan
So
roll
don't
dice.
show the.
Oh,
don't show.
sorry.
Yeah.
So
So there we go. So Fan Roll by Metallic Dice Games. Metallic Dice Games are the ones that came out with these. So this is called the Misfit Dice. These are mystery packs. So you got a mystery. You've got that. Yeah, I liked it a lot. Those are really cool. Let's see here. Mystery box means we charge an extra 15 for it. No, I mean I've seen many places where they do that. Was it? I know that when you go to a convention, you'll see somebody will be like, "Oh yeah, you can get like $60 to $70 worth of games in a box," and it's like, "Oh gosh!" And kids' toys, oh yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, I do agree with that. Like mystery toys, like if
Yeah.
you're like
Oh,
like
yeah.
Disney stuff.
Oh,
Disney.
you have fallen for the mystery box. Buy a mystery box.
What are you talking? Oh
It's
gosh.
full of junk.
Oh,
He
okay.
has fallen for that.
So
before.
here's the thing. There's a place nearby us called Treasure Hunt. And they have like all these fun things in it. And like it's like during COVID, instead of people being able to come in there and see some of the stuff that's there, instead they just put random stuff in boxes and sold them for $50. So the week prior, my friends went there and they're like, "Oh, we got a Microsoft Surface," because like, yeah, these are things that are in it. Me, I got like
cabinet handles.
a cabinet handles, yeah, cabinet
Pet
handles.
nail clippers.
Toilet paper holder.
Yeah,
That actually served a purpose.
we used that.
Lingerie that would fit a very large person. I don't remember everything. Crappy controller. For like some system called the N Switch, I think is what it was called. The N Switch controller. Yeah. You can tell how really
Not
like,
worth it.
oh my gosh, it was like $50 was not well spent.
No.
Don't get me wrong, that toilet holder is like wonderful. The toilet paper holder is great. It has served a very good purpose. Yeah. But in regards to everything else,
I think there's a mini blender that broke like after 2
yeah,
uses.
yeah, mini blender definitely was. Yeah,
That
it
broke
was.
real fast.
Yeah,
So back to the dice. I
Okay.
know. I don't know what the costs are on these. Do you?
I don't know off the top of my head. Let's go ahead. Let's pull up. I'm gonna pull up Fanroll's site. It's metallic. It's
So
like
you like the metallic ones?
metallic
'cause
dice
you're gonna
games.
hurt someone
Yeah.
with them. I like the little animals in it. I've never seen dice like that.
Let's see here. I'm pulling up metallic dice
new to
games real
me.
quick. Metallic dice games. Gonna take a look at the price points. Do 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 do. Yep, they're now known as Fanroll, just so everybody knows.
Fanroll.
Yep.
Well, that's what it says.
Yep,
On
I
there.
know. I'm just saying.
Mhm.
Okay, so let's go ahead. Oh, they do custom products too. We could do custom dice with them.
You can get your logo on it.
That would be good. Do you know how much that would probably cost them?
Ooh, I don't know, but that's
Prob-
pretty cool.
It'd be. I mean, it would be cool, but I just can't picture like.
If you can afford it, it's worth it.
Yeah, but at the same time, like, I don't want to charge people for any of the stuff I give away. Let's
Dice
see here.
up there. Yeah.
Okay, dice. Here we go. Dice. Ba 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 ba. Trying to navigate this thing. No,
Okay, go to the metal knife dice. There you go.
metal dice. Here we go. All right, it's pulling it up. See here.
Beautifully crafted.
Okay.
Mixed
This one's
dice
called
colors.
yeah, mixed dice colors.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Where's there's like misfit dice is what I thought it was called.
No, it said mismatched unique metal dice.
Okay.
Adopt a misfit. Oh, I don't know. Misfit dice. Oh, because
Oh, this is like a filter. This is like a filter thing. So let's see.
I don't know. So
That's definitely not the price of. I mean, they've got some good dice, but I don't picture them doing it for that price.
most cons around here do a D6 with one side having the con logo on it.
Yeah, that's something that I've thought about doing because but
I would love to be able to give something like that away.
I almost want to do like the pin bazaar thing though instead,
Oh, yeah.
where like I have pins
did
where I
that
can give them out.
before.
Well, I bought a bunch of pins through one
Yeah.
company, but there's a company that makes pins for all the big time cons and everything. Let's see here. We've got factory second dice, wooden dice, glow in the dark mini dice, mega dice, unicorn dice, silicone dice, liquid core dice, resin dice, metal dice, gemstone dice.
You can get anything.
Okay, let me type. I'm gonna just type in misfit.
Misfit
In the
dice,
search
'cause
area.
They're mixed.
Misfit.
Misfit.
Dice. Looking
Why
up.
am I such a misfit?
Fit. Oh,
$10.
okay. Mini is $10. Mystery is $10. Metal is
24.
$24.99.
Yeah.
So I mean, most metal sets are about about $79. You're going to be paying $75 to $80 for a polyhedral set.
Can get
So you could get a full
mismatched
set.
Misfit dice.
So you get a full set instead for $25. That's a really good deal compared to what it is. I mean, unless you have to have it be the exact same looking dice for everything.
This D4
But-
was poking through the bag, though. It
Yeah, it
really
really
can be
was.
a weapon.
Yeah, but for me, I'd say good deal.
Yeah.
I mean, $10 for a
$10.
$10 for a resin side.
Yeah.
That's good. $10 for the mini. I don't know how much I would use the mini. I think I would buy a bunch of these just so that way I'd have them for like hit point damage, so I could roll a bunch of these and be like, all right, take blah 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 points of damage or psychic damage or all that kind of stuff. If I had a choice, I know you liked these ones. You like the resin more. I like the metal more. I think that's just. I like the feel. I like the feel and the weight. Yeah, dice can get crazy expensive. I know. You can get some sets at the cons for like $15. You can get some for over $100. But I mean, a lot of these. I mean, think about it. They're specially made and everything. I mean, these companies, they're not making money if they're not selling it to you. It's kind of like, it's not like, oh, hey,
Yeah,
hi, how are
at
you?
the
Would you like this die?
At the last con, I think Elijah got a set for 20.
Yeah. I bought dice for all the kids. Like I seriously was tempted to get like gemstone style dice based on gemstones. However, I would have to get opal style dice, which that's not cheap.
Not gonna happen.
That is not cheap.
Opal's
So
too soft.
I told them,
Anyway.
okay, I'm going to go for something else.
Colors.
That's pretty,
Yeah.
like the rose colored thing. I don't know, something else. I think they
Yeah.
have for
Check
a substitute.
Fanroll out.
So
That's
Yeah.
our review of February and March. We're a little bit late getting it done, but
well, yeah, all of our games that we played February, March, and
kids
then
were
of course,
finishing up the school
yeah.
year. Things get a little crazy.
But yeah, fan roll. I like this. I like these little mystery bags,
Mhm.
which kind of makes for fun. I think value wise, I like this being 10, but I think I would be more likely to pay 10 for this.
10 for that.
And the reason why I say that is because it's normal sized dice
Right.
and it's resin. And I mean, if you end up with a little fish in a fish bowl
Hey,
or like
if,
a little burb,
if you're someone who makes jewelry with dice, those mini dice for $10, that is a good deal.
why would you
Like,
do
could
that?
some-
Why would
because
you put a
lots of people
hole in
different.
this?
Lots
Don't
of
do
people
that.
do. They don't necessarily.
They
put a
should be
hole.
shot.
Sometimes they wrap something around it.
Why?
Yeah.
This dice is to be rolled, Beth.
Yes, but it
The
can have
dice-
its uses
The
too.
dice is to be rolled. Does
Okay.
it? It's not to be worn.
All right, so
All right.
watch for what we'll be playing in the next
Yep.
month and a half.
Yeah, we got another
before
game from WizKid Games that's coming
life
out based on
Gets
Dungeons and
summer
Dragons a little bit.
crazy. We
Yep.
can get a good month of gaming in again.
Yep. And if you're in our Discord, we're about to start doing some D&D. It's not going to be live streamed. It's just going to be something fun. And as people just come in there and they can watch us as we're doing it if they want to, or heck, if they want to play and get introduced into some D&D, we'd love to have you. So yeah, it's kind of what's going on. But we're going to head on out.
Mhm.
I'm
Thanks
Chris.
for joining us. I'm Beth.
Later.